Good morning, guys. Here we are. It is almost Christmas. It's almost Christmas. Now, I did my Holly Jolly Christmas tag yesterday, and I called my daughter. You can hear how bad this is getting, but that's okay. I'm looking for the remote to push mute. Sorry. Um, it's a criminal justice channel I like to have in the background. I am into forensic science. Anyway, so I called my daughter and told her, yeah, I can nurse Danny back to health, but honey, he just wants his mommy. And she's like, no, I know what that's like. I know, Mom. I remember whenever I'm sick, even now, I still just want my mommy. So she and a family friend came out and picked up the baby for me. And then my husband is walking in after disappearing for an endless number of hours, and he did exactly what I thought he was going to do. He was out trying to shop. I was like, sweetie, please don't buy me anything. Please. I don't need anything. I don't. Well, the Arizona Coyotes saw fit to give us a Christmas present because my husband does a lot of anthems at the last minute for them and everything else. So they sent him an email, and he walked in the house, and he's like, I haven't even opened it yet, honey, but I know for a fact what this is. He said, Dave from the Coyotes emailed. What are you doing tomorrow? And I went, the same thing I do every day. And he said, okay. He said, where's Danny? Sarah, what are you doing here? And I explained everything to him. And he opened up the email and he said, do you want to go see Edmonton play Coyotes? And I'm like, oh, duh. So, sick and all, my little behind will be sitting at the Coyotes hockey game tonight. Yes! Thank you so much for an early Christmas present, Arizona Coyotes. I am so grateful that you did that. They know that, they found out that I really love the hockey games. And I am not a sports fan at all. I understand all the sports. My dad taught me about all the sports. I played soccer. Played football with my cousins because they were all boys. But I'm not a sports person. So, on an early date with Kevin before we got married, he had sung for the Arizona Coyotes against the Flames. The Flames, I think it was. I could be wrong. Anyway, I always thought it was against the Maple Leafs, but I don't know. It was against whoever we played the last time. Winnipeg. That's right. Winnipeg. So that was my very first exposure to hockey, and I just fell in love with it. It's my kind of sport. It's like soccer on ice, but with sticks instead of feet, and there's blood. Guys get in fights, dude. Yeah. I know that sounds awfully mean to say, but I'm sorry, if somebody's getting paid that kind of money to go out and have a great time, I want something satisfying out of it. And they're gonna fight, and I've seen games where there is no fight. A lot of games when Gretzky owned our team, there weren't hardly any fights on the ice. The team that we had at the time, they really would avoid, getting nasty. But we've been having a problem with a particular Canadian player going after our goalie, who's also a Canadian player, or Canadian born and raised, and plays for us, and he's just a really good guy, and he does a good job, but he's such a good goalie that he keeps him from scoring a lot. And he keeps trying to start fights with him, so our forwards are having to go in and block him. It's really bad. Anyway, I love the game. So thank you to you, Dave, at the Arizona Coyotes, for the Christmas gift that my husband and I are going on a date tonight. And I'm looking forward to it. Sick or not. And I usually don't leave my house because of this. But Coyotes games, oh, come on. I have to go to those. Good morning, coffee. And I really do thank God for my coffee. Yeah, I got really sick taking care of Danny yesterday. It's kind of funny to me because my spirits are bright. I'm mentally very aware and everything's good there. But my head is so stuffed up I can't breathe. And the cough is driving me crazy. But I'm in such good spirits because I saw my little girl yesterday. And I saw her sweep that baby up into her arms. And he's not a baby. He's a big kid. but he's not quite 3. So for me, he's a baby. And with what he's been through, he's become emotionally very baby-like. With what he saw and everything, he reverted quite a bit. I told you guys that. Um, but you saw him. He was curled up in my arms yesterday. And Grandmama's wonderful. And Grandmama's a nurse. So physically, I know what to do. There's not even a question on how to heal a child. Um, but it wasn't me he needed. And I knew that. Because when I was sick, my legal mother could have done anything. Didn't work. I wanted my dad. I wanted Bob. And as soon as he got there, I would listen, even with chicken pox and everything else. If my dad said do it, it was done. Okay. And I would curl up in my dad's lap. He was my comfort. So I was the epitome of daddy's girl because my mother was very abusive. And keep in mind, guys, this is not biology. I've never met my biological parents. I know their last names. I know where they are from, where I was born, and that's it. That's all I know. So, here we go. I am very, 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 very adopted. I just never cared enough to go find that out. And the only reason I know what I do is because the U.S. Navy had to run genetic tests on my son for a problem, and we knew where his father came from and the family name, and so they ended up doing a DNA matchup to find out who I am, so that we could see if what was wrong with my son was genetically from my side or from the father's side, because that had something to do with his autoimmune disorder. I don't know. I guess because it's so rare, it gives them more data on the autoimmune. So, I'm going to the Coyotes game tonight. I get to go see hockey. Even so, you can tell I'm sick. Me screaming is going to really sound wonderful, yeah. But I have to. This is my I get to be a little girl time. And one of the wisest things I ever heard from my dad, and I can tell you it is absolute wisdom, as a mother and grandmother now, was that don't ever lose that little bit of, in my case, little girl that you have left in you. Because when you do, then life is no fun anymore. There's no enjoyment, and it's really not worth being on this planet. For those of you that are men, it's the same thing. You need to hold on to a little bit of little boy. And once in a while, you're going to get giggly and giddy inside, and it shows out. And that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. And I'm older, and I'm very wise, and I've been through a lot and been a lot of places in my life, and believe me, that's very true. Hold on to a little bit of little kid. Because when you stop having that little bit of joy inside of you, you're not living. You're existing. Anyway, so you guys have a great day today. I am going to rest a little bit while I knit, because I don't have a grandbaby on top of me. And then I will hop in a bathtub and get my butt ready to go to the Coyotes game. I'll film something if I catch something really good. But I love you guys. God bless. I hope you're having a wonderful day and a wonderful Christmas season. Bye-bye.